just when you're trying to be positive, there's always someone that comes in your life and just messed up your day. Don't let it happen. I was talking to a friend a couple of days ago and she said, you always fussing. It takes me, I had to take a deep breath and just leave that person and say, peace. Just leave her alone. Because every time you talk to her, it's always you, but they don't want to listen to how they present themselves to you. So I don't want to deal with that right now, and I just leave them alone. So don't let anyone steal your joy. You all know that I work around a lot of kids, teenagers. And me, when I was a teenager, I felt just as invisible. I felt like I could jump into a stranger car, nothing happened to me, and jump back in. Nothing's going to happen to me because I'm this invisible person. Now, I was talking to a group of teenagers the other day because my field is mental health. And they don't get the concept that I know it's hard. They don't get the concept. What can we do? Parents, we're going to have to reach out to the young one. Pull them up, explain to them, and hope that they understand. But I don't have a lot of teenager watching these videos. So I have to reach out to the parents and say, if you have a teen, explain to them why social distance, why it's best to stay in, talk to their friends on the phone. You can't, with teenagers, you can say go read a book, be creative, perform, get some there. They're home, get them into some kind of activity, some kind of structure. That's all I'm going to talk about the kids. So I feel you. The ones that I'm talking to, they don't get it, but eventually they'll get it. The only way they get it, they say, oh, I don't know anybody that has it. All we seen is celebrity. It's glamorous. So I have to sit them down and talk to them. It's not a glamorous thing. You don't want to get sick, and hoping that they will understand. And I hope that you parents will do the same. So that's all I want to talk about the kids. But I want to talk about you, nurses or student nurses going. Before I forget, please hit the bell, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comment, get me noticed on YouTube, sharing too. I had no intention of doing a video, but then I said, let me talk about this. Now, no particular subject. What's going on in the world, the crisis. Many of us, I hope you're healthy in your states, in your country. I hope you're feeling good. And we're dealing with a crisis. So I wanted to come out here and talk about the kids are home. For those of us who have kids or family member, social distances. I'm not going to talk a lot about coronavirus. I want to talk about you, how you feeling today, how we can be positive in such a environment that is, you may feel like you're being controlled. You're hearing this, don't go there, don't do this. After certain hours, come off the street. And why it's very important to protect the health of yourself, as well help the caregiver as myself to perform their duty. My heart goes out when I saw a video of a nurse. She was an ER nurse and what she's going through. But it's the reality that we face on a daily basis when we go out there and we perform. We know what's the end result is. So it is our responsibility to take precaution, but it's also help us if you stay home. There's a reason for that. If you're sick, if you're coughing, and I was talking, a matter of fact, I met a friend the other day, well, just bypassing. I do my daily walk alone, social distant, whatever, you know what I mean. And they were saying that they didn't feel so well, and the job said they couldn't call out. Well, my thing is, if you're sick, stay home. If you have the sniffle, if you have the cough, stay at home. Don't bring it to work. I don't know the situation or the outcome to that, but that's my decision. If I'm not feeling well, and let me tell you something, it's not easy for nurses to call out because we think about, I know a lot of times I hear, Patrice, just think about yourself. But a lot of nurses, we don't know how to think just about ourselves. We think about everybody, the whole person, the patients that there, the family, the babies, everybody, strangers. But it's very important that we consider ourselves. Get it? Get ourselves in a situation that we're stronger. And to be strong, we have to be healthy. We have to take the necessary precaution to protect ourselves. And when I say protect, I don't mean just 5 years ago. I remember I was working in Philadelphia. Take this off. I was working in Philadelphia, and I was feeling sick, and they thought that I had TB, and I was placed in the isolation room. I didn't stay there more than 5 days because when they find out tests, it was negative. I wasn't positive for TB. But I remember feeling how that isolation, being away from the world, and when people come in and the nurses that come in, they rush. They don't really want to have a conversation with you, which I get it. I understand, but we need to be mindful how we approach and how we present ourselves, because that's that person in there, they're feeling, they're thinking, and all sorts of negative thoughts. If we could just say, how you doing, how you feeling, this and that, and explain to the patient that, and a matter of fact, if it's a nurse, she should be able to understand, but she's still human, still has that need to feel wanted. Lonely and isolation. So quarantine, whatever word you want to call it, or isolation room, can't go in there. The person that's in there feels so alone because they doesn't have any contact to the outside world, and they're just in there, and you just thinking. And if you're a nurse, it's even worse because all the other nurses come in, they make you feel so different. So that's what I'm saying. You have to have a little compassion. You have to, and I'm working on it, your body language, how you perceive things. People look at you, look at how you make up your face, look at your body language, and it tells a lot. But the most important thing that I wanted to leave with you is, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. It's going to be a long time, but we're progressing. And together, if we work as a team by supporting each other, and I'm not talking just about the nurse. Listen to what your governor is saying. Listen to what you feel is comfortable. When they said you go out a certain time based on, they said, I've happened to heard that Walmart changed the time that the older generation could go to the store around 5 a.m. You don't have a mask? The mask is scarce for people out in the society, you can create masks. This is my mask. I don't wear it in the hospital because it's not acceptable, but I wear it in the street sometime. That I'm not diligent on that. But this is what you could wear. I created this. And you also, I heard you could use other things to do it. Just get needle and thread and start. Most important things is what I see with this crisis. We're all coming together as family, as we're in such close quarters together. We're talking more, and I'm talking from my family, and I hope you're doing it too. We're encouraging each other. Another thing that I also noticed, we're seeing people that are getting more creative. They're thinking of things. What can I do now that I don't have a job? What can I do? And this is what having your home, having a job, creating business at home. If you're sitting home nurses and you happen to be, you're not sick, but you can't go to work for some reason, you can do other things. So there's a lot of things you can do, but that's not the focus. The focus here is be positive. Be positive. We know what negative can do. Negative can put us down in the dump. But if we're hearing a positive, put on some music and rock and roll, or if you're into hip hop, dancing, dance to your own tune, not somebody else. That's a form of exercise. And we know what exercise do. It produces or releases the endorphin in our brain, and it's a happy feeling. Do that. Eat light. We don't have enough food. Pinch the pennies. Eat light. That's what I've been doing. Because most of the places that are closed, yeah, they have grocery store, and I'm in a situation where I'm in a hotel and there's no microwave, and I have all these frozen food, but I can't eat it because there's no microwave. But looking at the positive side, I didn't create a negative about that. That's good. Those frozen food, processed food, I don't need it. So I went to a takeout. I got me some salad. I start drinking up the street. They have a juicer, and I got real carrot juice, real celery juice, real apple juice, orange juice, freshly squeezed. So in a way, this is being turned into something positive. All those frozen food I bring, it may have been spoiled and I had to throw it away. And you may say, oh, man, I waste all that money. But I turn it into something positive. Well, I don't. I've been keeping my distance. I stay in my hotel room and I walk around. I may walk alone. I'm not socially gathering with anyone. I could see you another time. But it's not about me. It's about you and how we are going to get over this. We are. Believe me, we are. And you need to think that way. You need to start being positive. You are okay. It's okay. We will be okay. We will be okay. Be safe. Have a safe time at home. Stay home if you can, in your state or your country. Thank you.